Guild boss has rotated once again. We have come back to Einek. We are taking on the Hell difficulty, which means we are looking for at least 9k as usual. Now this is the same team that we used for this array of missions in the past. This is Margaret, Gother, Derry, and Bryn. We do want everyone on an HP set, as janky as it looks, because more HP is more points. So on turn 1, we are sort of pushing for Margaret ult here. As you can see, we move her card twice, and then use it. And then we do have some cards that we can sort of throw away, more fodder cards, which is going to be Gother Pumpkin Bombs, and then that Derry AoE. Now on the second turn, we really want to get a second Margaret buff. One of them we want to use on this phase, then we want to save a gold for the next phase. So we were able to get that. Now he does ult seal on the third turn, so we are going to push Margaret ult here, get that out of the way so that we can have that for our transition. And then we can merge the Bryn cards, or we can drop the Derry AoE, doesn't really matter here. He is just going to get his shield back, and then we will have Margaret ults. We have 2 rank 2 buffs, so that's pretty good. That means we are more than likely able to transition here on the next turn. So we're going to drop the cleanse. We're going to get a lot of points. I think it's 50 per debuff that we cleanse, so we do want to make sure that we are able to do that. And then we are going to get 4 dissolves off. So by using Bryn's detonate here, she's going to be hitting for max damage, breaking the shield, and then we can start dropping our Derry single target dissolves. Now, Gother Pumpkin Bombs aren't going to work, I'm sure you noticed previously, since the boss cannot be debuffed. So we do sort of need to rely on either pulling enough Derry single target attacks or getting Gother's ult enough as well. So here we can move to transition with a rank 2 Margaret buff. These attacks should be enough to kill. Now if you attack in a steel skin here, you are going to get dissolved as well. You can either transition this turn or next turn, doesn't really matter. But if you do kill while his steel skin is up, as you can see, Bryn did not get hit with the dissolve debuff. So it's just on Margaret and it's just on Derry, just fine. So we did get an additional rank up here. We did get a rank 2 also previously, so we are going to get that gold Margaret buff. We do want to hold on to it because he does drop more debuffs, as you can see. And then his AoE corrosion debuff is also a buff strip. And for every buff he strips, he gets that many resistance buffs, I believe. So we're just going to rank up again with the fodder attack here. And then Margaret attack, her charge card is 50 points, as you can see there. So using that as much as we can is going to be a good source of points. And then Derry's dissolve as well is 50 points. So he does drop all of his debuffs here. Now he does a single target explosion debuff. And if this pops, he does full heal, which is actually fine, which means we can do more damage and we don't risk him dying too soon. So we aren't going to cleanse just yet. We're going to throw down more attacks. It looks like we can push for Bryn ult. We have Gother ult. We're not really getting any Derry cards, so I don't think we're going to be able to get her ult, which is unfortunate. I think that's also either 50 or 60 points. But we can at least get Derry's, or not Derry. We'll get Bryn's here. Breaking the shield, detonate's going to hit for as much as possible again. Now he isn't ulting yet, so it's the only reason I decided to hold the Gother dissolve. This way, if we do happen to get some Derry cards, we can stall another turn. I think we were on turn 6. This is turn 7. Yep. So we are stacked with a bunch of debuffs. So now is sort of the time that we want to cleanse. He is ulting. I didn't get any Derry cards or cleanses, so I do actually have to end the run here. Charge card. This should be the 4th dissolve. And then Bryn to finish should heal us up all the way. Actually, the charge card didn't do too much. I hope the Gother hits through the shield. Oh, it does. So there is the dissolve mission. And then 400k Bryn ult. I think that heals us up all the way. Now, like I mentioned, we weren't able to get the Derry ult off. Probably with that, we could have pushed for something along the lines of 11k, but not worried about that since it's not push week. But that is how you can do this week's Held mission. If you guys liked it, drop a thumbie. Maybe sub if you're into that, and see you in the next one.